I'm going to start off with letting you know that when you write a sale, every time you write a sale, you should be getting referrals. Referrals, a couple different ways you can get referrals. Number one, you could just ask for a referral. And the way that I ask for referrals is I ask them, who do you know that has young kids? Because I want to try to keep myself in that right market. Who do you know that has young children? Who do you know that has a job? Who do you know that's a salesperson? Who do you know that's a teacher? Who do you know that's a coach? Who do you know that is money motivated? So those are the little things that you might want to start having conversations with people about, asking those questions all the time, especially when you're with them, after a sale or after some sort of transaction. Now, the other thing is, the other way that you're going to be able to get referrals is through the beneficiary close. So every time you write a sale, every time you get a result, you're going to ask them who's their beneficiary. Of course, as you're going through the application. So once you get that name, get them to get on the phone and call the beneficiary, the contingent beneficiary. Call them on the phone and book an appointment for you. Let them know that there's a lot of companies out there that do not pay their claims, that have not paid out fully all of their claims. And the reason why is because they didn't even know that the client passed away. If the husband and the wife die together at the same time, you have a contingent beneficiary that has no idea that insurance exists. So explain to the client that I want to make sure that we put you in a position where if God forbid something were to happen to you and your husband, your contingent beneficiary is clear about who I am. And look, this is $750,000 that we're going to be giving this contingent beneficiary. Wouldn't you want to make sure that they were educated about who we are and what we do? Wouldn't you want to make sure that they knew who I was and also what they should do with that money? It's a large sum of money. Wouldn't you want to make sure that they were clear on what to do with that, amount of cash that we're going to be, or a check that we're going to be giving them? Do you want to make sure they're educated? Every single time, they're going to set up the appointment for you. They're going to get you in front of that contingent beneficiary. Also, if we can't get a hold of that contingent beneficiary, who do you know that, that's close to you that we can put as an emergency contact? So there's another 2 or 3 or 4 referrals that you can get from that. So the contingent beneficiary and, of course, the emergency contacts. Lots of ways to prospect. Where have we prospected in the past? How about kids' schools? Now, I know a lot of schools are shut down right now, but we had some friends over last night and we hung out. It was one of my son's friends' parents, and we hung out with them. They'll end up becoming clients. And so there's relationships out there that you're not fostering because you're trying to keep things separate. Now, I'm not saying that you have to, try to recruit every single person in your life or try to do business with every single person in your life the minute that you meet them. But as time goes on, the people in my life, they're my clients. The people that I have relationships with, they're my clients. My realtor is my client. My realtor's assistant is my client. The person that cuts my hair, she's my client. The people in my life that I do business with, they're my clients. Or at least a good chunk of them. I would say at least 90% of everybody that I do business with, they're my client. And so I prospect people, and it's just by having little conversations like, hey, who do you have your life insurance with? Do you have a retirement program? Simple little questions. And by the way, if you don't do business with me, I'm probably not going to be doing business with you for that much longer. I'll give you an example. My pool man was my client. And well, actually, I mean, we wrote him up, and for whatever reason, his wife, they had a friend of the family or something, and him and his wife decided to go with the friend of the family. After I had done a lot of work for them, I had put in a lot of time and energy, and I had also educated them about the difference between cash value and term insurance, and I had blown away the other product. I mean, just killed the other plan that they were being sold. So he's at my house and he says, you know what, we're just, you know, after all said and done, I mean, we're talking, this was months going through trying to get them, you know, get the policy to finally get issued. And months later, he's like, you know what, me and my wife, we just decided we're going to stay with the other guy, or we're going to go with the other guy. And I said, no problem. I didn't even try to overcome the objection, because I had already kind of been overcoming the objection for a long time. And finally, I just said, all right, no problem, man. So I just want to let you know, this is your last day that you're going to be cleaning my pool. I'm canceling on you. And so a lot of people wouldn't do that, because they would feel like, oh, I don't know if I want. And look, I mean, I like the guy as my pool man, but I'm not doing business with the guy. I'm not paying him what I pay him every single month. And he's not that smart. If he ain't that smart to know the difference between cash value and term insurance, after I've educated him and I gave him all the information that he needed to know, and I played videos for him, I showed him third-party material, everything. If he's not that smart, I don't even want to do business with the guy. So be strong, be tough, like these people should be doing business with you. Okay. So, but school kids, right? Parents at school, sport. How about sports? You know how many clients that we have today because of soccer, because of baseball, because of clients that we've had, parents that we've met throughout the years. So we're always making friends. Now, we're not making friends for the specific reason that we want to sell you. Right? That's not why we're doing it. We're just genuinely happy to meet new people. We love to make new friends. We love to build new relationships. We don't try to recruit every single person. Now, if we feel like they're a good match, maybe we'll bring it up. And by the way, a lot of times people ask us about, hey, tell me more about the business. You know, I went golfing last week. And I played by myself. And sometimes specifically I go and I play by myself because I want to meet new people. I want to make new friends. And so I get on the golf course and the guy says, hey, the guy at the front, he's like, hey, why don't you go play with that guy? He's playing by himself too. So I meet this guy, Josh, and I mean, super, super good golfer. I don't even know why I'm playing with them again. I'm actually playing with them again tomorrow, but super great golfer. I find out that he's a police officer. And one of the first things he tells me is, obviously you guys know what's going on in America when it comes to police. And he was like, I don't even want to be a police officer anymore, right? Because, you know, just the environment of being a cop, right? It's way more dangerous now just because people are so volatile. And he's like, hey, I don't want to be in this position if I have kids and I have a wife. And when we start having children, I don't want to be in that position. I'm looking for a career change. So he starts asking me questions about what I do. And I tell him, but I didn't throw up on him, right? I was like, yeah, I do financial services. We're always looking for great people. Maybe I'll send you a couple of videos and you could check it out. And if it's, something that, yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I didn't want to make it about like, I'm trying to recruit you. I'm trying to nail you down to do this, it was more of like, hey, let's just build a relationship. Let's just make a new friend, right? Even if, and so I sent him the videos and I'm like, either way, loved playing golf with you, loved hanging out with you. And if you have any other questions, just call me. So he texts me back and he's like, hey, you know, I watched some videos. I have some other questions. I'm really not 100% sure yet, but I'd love to play golf with you again. And I said, yeah, no problem. When do you want to play? And then he set up a tee time, and we're going to go out tomorrow and play tomorrow morning. And so the point I'm trying to make is no matter what, and I told him, I said, no matter what, loved hanging out with you. I don't want it to be about just the business, because I want to genuinely make a new friend. I genuinely want to have as many friends as I possibly can have. And my relationship with you is not dependent on whether you join me in business. It's not, just about it. I'm just trying to recruit people. I want to make friends, because I think if you go from it from an authentic, genuine way, if you come from that angle, you could make real friends. You could build real relationships. And by the way, I might not recruit the guy, but he might turn me on to his brother. He might become a client. He might turn me on to his parents. His parents might be retiring. I mean, he's only 28, so his parents, might be at that age where they're potentially retiring, and I might do a rollover. I mean, these are all ways to prospect. Thank you for watching our short clips on Alonzo Academy. If you'd like to watch the next short clip, click here. If you'd like to watch the entire podcast, click here.